Today, I'm going to give you a tool that you can use to stop you from emotionally reacting and to also overcome resistance. So let's talk about that. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I'm going to give you a tool that you can use to help you deal with resistance and to get rid of it once and for all. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon below because I do put out new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, each one of them designed with the intention in mind to help you create something wonderful in your life. So let's just go over quickly what resistance is. So resistance are thoughts that are contrary to what you want. Okay. So let's say, for instance, I intend for Jerry to go out with me on Friday. So I message him. I'm like, hey, Jerry, what's up, Teddy? You want to go out on Friday? And he's like, no, sorry, I'm busy. Now, if I was to take that and say, oh, he doesn't want to be with me. He doesn't want to see me. So there's something wrong with me. He doesn't want to be with me. Well, that's resistance because now we're holding the thought that he doesn't want to be with us. But we can change our perception on that. So just because he said no, he doesn't want to go out with us on Friday, doesn't have to mean that he doesn't want to see us. I mean, we can change our perception and say, well, maybe he's just busy today. Maybe he really didn't mean it that he didn't want to see me. Maybe he's just not, free. Maybe he wants to go out another day because he didn't actually say, no, I don't want to see you at all. He just said, I'm busy. I can't. Right. So a really good way to get past resistance, because resistance and blocks are just thoughts that are contrary to what you want. They're limiting beliefs. They're beliefs that are limiting you from reaching what you want, whatever the case is. But to change your perception on the situation is a good way to get past resistance and to stop you from actually reacting emotionally to something. So here's a really good example. So if you go and you say, well, you know what, Jerry doesn't want to be in a relationship, but I want him to be in a committed relationship with me. And then all he says is, no, I don't want to be in a relationship. And it's like, oh, if I can take that as rejection and be like, oh, he's rejected me. Why doesn't he want this with me? Or I can take a look at the situation and just change my perception on it and say, okay, it's not that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. It's just that he's not ready for a relationship. And in turn, when I change my perception to say, well, he's not ready for a relationship, that also gives me the power to turn around and say, okay, well, I intend for Jerry to be ready for a relationship, rather than making it mean that I'm being rejected and I'm not good enough and that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me, right? So changing our perception on the situation is a really good way to drop resistance. Okay. So for instance, let's say that Jerry ends up snapping at me one morning, like, "Ah, rah, 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 rah." Okay, so I can say, okay, well, Jerry is just absolutely mean to me and he doesn't respect me. Or I can turn around and change my perception of the situation and say, you know what, maybe Jerry just had a bad day and it's like no big deal. But then let's take it a step further. I created him in a bad mood anyway to begin with. So I intend for Jerry to be in a good mood. That changing perception in the moment and changing the way that you're choosing to look at the situation is really everything when it comes to resistance. Because once we no longer make it about that there's something wrong with us, or make it into something, like, oh, they're not calling me, so they don't want to be with me, or they're only sending me one word answers, or they never text me first, so that means that they don't want to be with me. Instead of making those things mean those things, we can always turn around and, okay, well, look at it from a different point of view and change the story around it, because, we really do create with our thoughts, and the story is everything. So yeah, take a look into your situations with your SPs and who you're trying to manifest, or your relationships. And, ask yourself, am I really, could be possible other reasons why this person is acting that way or said those things? Does it always necessarily mean what I'm making it to mean? Could there be other reasons? Could Jerry just be in an upset mood because he had a bad morning? Right? And it really has nothing to do with me. Anyways, that's my video for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are all amazing. Bye-bye.